What's going on, you guys? So the Raiders' second preseason game is done, over with, finito, thank God. And there's some winners, some losers, some standouts, some fizzouts. This is our version, standouts and fizzouts, of a winners and losers segment because we like to be different on the channel. We like to make things ours. And like I said, a lot of people want to come up with their own winners and losers or risers and fallers, whatever it is. But ours is standouts and fizzouts, mainly because of players that stood out, obviously, but also players that fizzled out. Now, this would be the part normally where I mention about pop, but today I had to have some coffee. It's been kind of an early morning and everything. So coffee, by the way, I love it. I'm having a French vanilla cappuccino. I know it sounds a little girly. Sometimes I drink it black. It just depends on the day and everything. Let us know what kind of coffee you guys drink in the comments section down below. I mean, I've heard some really good creamers out there. Is it peppermint mocha? What is it? Let us know the kind of coffee creamer, or you guys drink it black, or even if you want to leave your favorite pop down in the comment section down below. We love it because we think that these kind of drinks should replace all water. Or why couldn't pop be our water? You know what I'm saying? Like, why couldn't God make us rely more on pop? Anyway, point is that the Raiders, showed up and showed out in some regards against the Dallas Cowboys in preseason game number 2. 27-12 was the loss, though, for the Raiders. And we've got standouts and we've got fizzouts. So we're going to start out with the standouts. I got to get a lot of love to Trey Tucker. Finished the day with 3 catches, 66 yards. Also had a nice punt return. And he has really solidified himself as being that deep threat that the Raiders really, really need, but he's also really helped himself as being a playmaker for this offense. And it doesn't seem to matter which quarterback it is. He's making plays, and I love to see it. I think he's going to have a big year in year 2. As far as the rest of them, DJ Turner also had himself 5 catches for 31 yards, had a fumble recovery on that punt that was caused by Amir Abdullah. We'll get into him a little bit later. But overall, DJ Turner had himself a solid game and should be vying for a roster spot here. Aiden O'Connell. Now, I swear to God, it seems like every quarterback, or like between Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew, neither of them want the job at this point. That's what they're playing like. But of the two, Aiden O'Connell was better. Like, let's just be real. He was the one that was actually throwing over the middle, taking shots, and doing all the different stuff, and finished the game at 14 of 20 for 96 yards for a touchdown and an interception. Like, there was really no deep balls thrown. Like, maybe there was that one to Trey Tucker, and that was about it. But overall, Aiden O'Connell, to me, showed that he is the quarterback that can throw more dots, that can throw better passes, and I've been pounding on the table for him all offseason. He deserves a lot of credit. I think he deserves to start in year 2 and just see what he can do and then kind of roll from there. And so, yes, I think Aiden O'Connell, for the most part, was a standout in this game. Ellerson Smith made a couple of nice plays there in the running game. Also put up some pressures. I really like what I saw from Ellerson Smith. Also, MJ Devonshire. So he had a really nice stop in the run game. I think he was like one of the only, between him and Ellerson Smith, were the only 2 guys to get a stop in the run game, or at least a tackle for loss, excuse me. It's just... oh, boy. Also, Michael Mayer. So 3 catches, 19 yards was Mayer. And it wasn't flashy, but it was the kind of performance that kind of showed he's going to be a security blanket for this offense between him and Brock Bowers. So great performance by him. I think it was very good, and I think it's going to be enough to hopefully make him a big part of this offense. Amir Abdullah had that fumble recovery, also had a nice catch out of the backfield. Had that forced fumble, had that nice catch out of the backfield. And I just love Amir Abdullah. He needs to make this squad. I don't care how many running backs there are for the Raiders. He needs to make it. First team defense. So largely the Cowboys were held without a lot of points and a lot of yards for the first half because of the first defense. I think that overall I would have liked to see a little bit more pressure, but they didn't allow a lot. Like, they were getting after it. They were making plays, and you love to see it. I think this defense, we've been saying all offseason, is fantastic. Jack Jones, other than the touchdown that he allowed, was really solid, and he's had himself a really good preseason. And to be honest with you, we'll get into his touchdown here in a bit, though. I think Jack Jones is solidifying himself as being one of the better young corners in the league, and I think he is absolutely coming. Pass blocking, so neither registered a sack. It is what it is, but overall, I thought that the Raiders' first and second team offensive lines did pretty good. There was a time there where Aiden O'Connell was just sitting in the pocket for what seemed like forever, and he just got rid of it to DJ Turner on a check down, and it turned out to be a first down. But overall, fantastic pass protection by the Raiders. No sacks for either team, but it is what it is. Now for fizzouts. The fizzouts. So Gardner Minshew was god-awful. Like, I'm not going to dog on him too much because it wasn't like Aiden O'Connell blew him out of the water because, Gardner Minshew at the end of the day, 10 of 21, 95 yards, no touchdowns, also no picks. he did not wow me. Like, yeah, he had that one nice throw to Trey Tucker, but other than that, like looked like he was kind of timid. He didn't really know where to go with the football. And Aiden O'Connell seemed more decisive. He seemed to have a better grasp of the playbook and where the ball needed to go. And he seemed more confident in his throwing the football. And Gardner Minshew, don't get me wrong, I love his attitude. I love him as a player, but overall, he did not play well or enough to really separate himself. The play calling too was a fizz out. So on offense, excuse me. So I understand that to a degree, this is preseason. You don't want to let all the cats out of the bag, but largely there was really, I only saw one, maybe I missed a couple, but there was really only one deep ball thrown to Trey Tucker, and it ended up being a big time gain and led to the Raiders' first field goal. So it was really puzzling because you have playmakers, like you have good wide receivers that are backups right now that are playing in the second preseason game, and you really don't take any shots. There was really no offensive creativity. It really shocked me. The play calling was horrible. I really feel like, this offense can be very good if it's put in the right position, and really did not feel like Getsy put them in that position against the Cowboys. The pass rush. So I understand on one end, no sacks on your offensive line, but you also got no sacks on their offensive line. So, and again, the first team defense did a good job of forcing 3 and outs, or at least getting them off the field. But I still want to see more pressure. I gotta see it. The run defense. So it didn't really get better from the first game against the Vikings. And overall, I mean, it wasn't atrocious. It wasn't like they got ran all over, but it's a little concerning. 137 yards on the ground for the Cowboys. Really felt like they were in control of the game, just in the trenches and in the running game. It wasn't pretty. So I need to see more from the run defense. Excuse me. Jack Jones got beat for a touchdown. So if I'm being honest, it really seemed like Jack Jones just really did not care about that rep, or at least he just kind of misread the play, and the rookie got the best of him. So not the end of the world, but because he had himself a pretty good game otherwise and a good preseason, but you hate to see that from Jack Jones. And then finally, yes, the Aiden O'Connell pick six stared him down. And I understand that, he, to me right now, seems like the safer quarterback option. But if you're going to be the quarterback, you can't stare him down like that. You got to get rid of the football. I understand that, but you cannot stare him down. You got to look through your progressions. You got to be able to at least not make these linebackers and just corners and safeties kind of guess where you're going to go with the football. He stared down his receiver on that play. It was not good. So overall, I mean, it is what it is for the Raiders. I would have liked to see a little bit better performance, really, from both quarterbacks. But it is what it is. We're in this boat, and we're gonna make it. This boat is gonna go. So overall, it is what it is. But let us know what you guys think about the Raiders' second preseason game against the Dallas Cowboys. Also, let us know what you guys think about our latest edition of Standouts and Fizzouts. No pop today. Hey, what kind of coffee do you drink? Put in the comment section down below. Also, what kind of pop do you drink? Is it that Coke, Pepsi, that Diet Dr. Thunder that some of us know and love and struggled with for the longest time? But let us know what you guys drink down in the comment section down below, and we'll see you on the next video.